Hey friends! You read the title. You know what it is. Today, I'm going to be talking about the top 5 things I wish I had known before starting Genshin. And before you go saying, but Slug, I'm already like AR 45. There's no going back. Don't worry. A lot of these tips are still going to be extremely useful to you, I promise. A lot of these came to my attention after starting a second Genshin account. I wanted to share them with you so that you don't reach AR 50 and above and think, wow, I messed up. I'll start from least important to most important, so make sure to stay tuned to the end of the video to get all the info. Alright, let's get started. Number 1, wishes and pity. When I first started Genshin, I was spending my wishes willy-nilly here and there, spending primos on the standard banner, realizing later that that was a huge mistake. It is actually pretty easy to receive a Quaint Fate for free through character level up and other achievements, plus through purchasing with Star Glitter and Stardust. You should never have to actually spend your primos for the standard banner unless you main any of these 3, Mona, Chi-Chi, and Kuching. On top of this, learning about wish pity and how it works may aid you a lot. The pity system in Genshin Impact essentially ensures that you are going to receive a certain rank of character after wishing a certain number of times. Pity can be tracked by clicking on the history button on the wish page, and from there, you just start counting the number of pulls since the last 5-star character you've gotten. The number of wishes and your pity changes between each banner. And unfortunately, Genshin Impact's 5-star characters have some of the worst drop rates. But thankfully, if you're out of luck and can't seem to pull one, you'll be pleased to hear that you are guaranteed to win a 5-star character on your 90th wish on the character event banner. As you can see here, it took me 78 wishes to get to my next 5-star. Number 2, utilizing the Genshin interactive map. This is a total game changer and will save you so much time in exploration. This map will show you every single interactive thing within Genshin, including world quests, which are really important for reputation levels. The best part is you can create an account, log in, and record everything that you have found or completed so that you're not doubling over on anything and wasting more time. You can simply select any of the items or interactive puzzles you would like to find. This could mean anything from oculi to timed challenges and even certain fishing holes. It's all here on the Genshin interactive map. I'll put the link in my description below. Number 3, artifacts. If people haven't hassled you yet about the don't do artifacts till AR 45, then here it is. Let me elaborate though. You don't necessarily need to farm or fully upgrade artifacts until adventure rank 40 to 45. Before then, focus on character talents, weapons, and leveling. The further you get in the game, the more grindy it gets, and the more materials you can save up before farming for artifacts, the better. So from AR 0 to 40, focus on finding 3 to 4 star artifacts with good stats and substats for your characters without maxing them out or worrying about getting your set bonuses. That will come in the future, plus this will help you get a feel for what kind of artifacts work best for each character. Artifacts can be super confusing and intimidating, so starting small and taking the time to read through the stats and substats will be extremely helpful. Then, when you do start to farm for good artifacts, you will know exactly what you're looking for. And don't worry, if you happen to have a maxed out or even just a leveled artifact that you don't use anymore, you can use it to upgrade one that you are using. So all that experience will never go to waste. Number 4, use your resin. This kind of goes along with the artifacts, but before you reach AR 40 to 45, you might be thinking, why is everyone saying, I need resin, I never have enough resin? While you're sitting here feeling like a king or a queen with your 160 resin and 45 fragile resin. Let me tell you, after you hit AR 45, you will be using your resin to farm artifacts and character talent material. I can tell you right now, it gets very expensive and you will lose your resin fast. So what you can do before you reach then is to, number 1, never use your fragile resin, save it for AR 45. Number 2, use your 160 daily resin, whether it's to farm bosses or materials for your weapons or for ley lines. Use it! This will give you a huge head start for everything that needs leveling, characters, weapons, talents, artifacts, and so on. Alright, here is the 5th and arguably most important tip. Choose a set of characters to work on. A lot of first-time players will make this mistake. Let me tell you, I sure did. Granted, miHoYo makes it super hard given every single character is extremely adorable and super fun to play as, and there's millions of them. I recommend you choose at least 4 and at most 8 to 10 characters that you can focus on and build up really well. This is the most important thing because if you try to level and use all of your characters, you and your materials will be spread very thin. You may find it very hard to achieve anything in the Spiral Abyss. It's all fun and games when you start out and everything's cheap, but it gets really expensive really fast, and soon enough you're stuck with a bunch of level 70 characters you can't level very fast because they all cost way too much and require way too much grinding. Not to mention all the artifact sets you'll have to find and upgrade. Trust me on this one, choose a well-balanced team of 8 to 10 characters you can focus on. This will make it 100 times easier on your materials and artifact farming. You may also find it helpful to check Google on what characters work best as a team, because your team comp is also extremely important if you want to maximize your damage and do well in the Spiral Abyss. I personally find this website extremely helpful when it comes to building characters, teams. It'll show you what weapons to use for what characters, what artifact sets for which characters. It also has so many other extremely helpful guides, quest guides, Spiral Abyss guides. Plus, this website gets brownie points for having free-to-play guides for everything that I've already mentioned. Yay! There you have it, slugs. Those are my top 5 tips that I wish I had known, but now you do. Thanks for clicking on the video. Make sure to let me know in the comments if you found this helpful and what I should do next. See you next time, slugs. Peace!